the fans, the players, the community have been waiting ages for this day, right? Over a year ago, Riot announced that Udyr was going to be the next champion to receive a visual and gameplay update. Sorry Shyvana mains, your VGO ain't happening ever. Period. But now that Udyr has made his way onto the Rift, what exactly did Riot change? Other than that juicy new bonifice, of course. And how should you be playing this new iteration of Udyr? Let's check it out. Roll the intro. Udyr gets to keep his 4 stances in the VGU, but before we get into that, let's quickly go over his passive. His passive has 2 parts. The first, Awakened Spirit, lets Udyr recast an ability on cooldown and gain additional benefits. Do note that this is on a cooldown. The second part, Monk Training, lets him gain attack speed and refund a part of Awakened Spirit's cooldown whenever you auto-attack after using an ability. Basically, switching between stances means you gain attack speed and shorten the cooldown on the Awakened Spirit passive. Okay, now that you understand the passive, the abilities are pretty simple, so let's speed run through them right now. Q, Wilding Claw, lets Udyr gain attack speed for 4 seconds. But wait, that's not all. The first 2 attacks deal 3% max health physical damage. In the Awakened form, he gains additional attack speed, and his next 2 attacks call down Lightning, which deal max health magic damage to isolated targets. W, Iron Mantle, lets Udyr gain a shield, and his next 2 attacks gain 10% lifesteal and restores his health. In the Awakened form, he gets a bigger shield, if you can believe it, and he restores HP over 4 seconds, and his next 2 attacks gain 20% lifesteal. You heard it here first, folks! 20%! Bitch! We're selling this. We're selling him. E, Blazing Stampede, grants Udyr move speed decaying over time. Additionally, he dashes towards a target, stunning them. In the Awakened form, he's immune to immobilizing and disabling effects while also gaining additional move speed. R, Wingborn Storm, surrounds Udyr in a glacial storm, dealing magic damage per second to enemies and slowing them. Udyr's next 2 attacks deal magic damage to the opponent in the storm. When awakened, Wingborn Storm follows the last enemy Udyr attacked, dealing additional max health magic damage, as well as slowing them even more. Are you convinced yet that this is epic? Okay, now that we have the boring part over with, let's get to the fun part. How exactly do you play the new Udyr? Is it very different from before? Well, this iteration of Udyr will mean that you're going to be switching between stances constantly, so you can try to shorten the passive cooldown as much as possible. Those awakened bonuses are juicy, am I right? Or am I right? So what is the best Udyr build? Well, if you're going for a big fat juicy shield, then we suggest building pure AP. His W shield scales with AP, so the more ability power you've got, the bigger the shield. Udyr will become unkillable. But all jokes aside, what is the actual best build on Udyr with this new kit? If you're boring, you can choose to play Fortnite. You can choose to play Fortnite, but we're here to talk about Udyr. If you're boring, you can choose to play Frostfire Gauntlet or Sunfire into a normal tank build, but we know you want something spicy and iconic with this new version of Udyr, so we suggest building him like an AP tank. Nashers into Sunfire and Demonic Embrace. These are the builds we hate on Katarina or Diana, since this build will give a shit ton of health, but won't sacrifice damage either. Udyr is a perfect candidate for this build. The Nashers is going to work perfectly with Udyr's R, which is the ability you'll look to max first anyway. First, put a point into his ultimate, then W, and then finally E. Forget Q with this build, like, we don't care. You want to max R and W so you can be the tankiest and most annoying motherfucker on the Rift. Hope you enjoy Udyr and his new rework. Let us know how your games went in the comments below. Until next time!